What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. Let's get right into it. Here to bring you a new series I'm starting, and it's basically just going to be highlighting upcoming training camp battles, for the NFL. Training camp does officially start tomorrow for all teams, July 26th on a Tuesday. So it's going to be on and popping. We're going to see some of my favorite rookies. We're going to get a lot of insider notes and reviews and stuff like that, and it's gonna be cool to see. I need to go to one of these camps. I'm a Falcons fan, but I don't live particularly close to Atlanta. I kind of do, but kind of don't. Probably about 5 hours away. I'm a lot closer to a couple other teams like the Panthers, like the Washington Commanders. So I might pop in one of those camps maybe next year. But as of right now, I'm just watching on certain sites and things like that, and taking notes from people who are actually there, seeing things go on. So, but I'm gonna start this series off with the one and only Dallas Cowboys. As I say, I'm not a Cowboys fan. I'm gonna do a bunch of teams who aren't Falcons players. Falcons don't really have that many training camp battles that's really worth anything, to be honest. I don't think the Falcons really do. I would say quarterback, but I definitely think Mariota has the big edge over Ritter. They might want to let Ritter sit and chill, not chill, but sit for the rest of the year, sit for the whole year, excuse me, if need be, he can play here and there. But I think we prefer Ritter to sit, learn. Mariota's familiar with Arthur Smith's system, so more on that later. But on to the Cowboys and their main training camp battle I'm tuned in on. It's for the number 3 wide receiver spot. James Washington versus Jalen Tolbert. Jalen Tolbert, young man, 6'1", some good size on him, good speed on him, rookie, coming from South Alabama. And he had a great senior year last year, won Offensive Player of the Year for the Sun Belt Conference. He's going to come in and do some damage. He definitely is, man. I like him a lot. I think the Cowboys took him in the 3rd round, I believe, pick 88 overall. Oh, excuse me, no, not pick 88. Shucks. Yeah, pick 88 in the 3rd round. Yeah, I'm not tripping. Make sure my notes are everything good. But yeah, I like him a lot, man. I would have took him in the 2nd round, honestly. But 3rd round, even better. Great value there. Great pickup. And the Cowboys did lose 2 of their receivers this past offseason. They traded away Amari Cooper, who had a pretty big contract, and they let Cedric Wilson go in free agency to the Jacksonville Jaguars. So that frees up one spot, but they do have James Washington, one of my most underrated wide receivers in the NFL for me personally. I like him a lot. Same with Johnson is there with the Steelers now. I think him, Washington, and Johnson, when they were on the Steelers last year, the last couple years, I think the Steelers are very, underused those 2 guys for some weird reason. I don't know why. Claypool was cool, Juju was cool, but I always like those 2, Johnson and Washington, a little bit better. Well, I think Alicia got more playing time. So we see now the Cowboys signed Washington to a super cheap 1-year deal, very team friendly, and Johnson wants out of Pittsburgh. So it's kind of the way Mike Tomlin coaches and the way the system is awesome. It's pretty good, But he for some reason, him and his offensive coaches are definitely underusing those 2 guys. At least when they had both of them, and I think they're going to underuse Johnson too. But that's just me. We'll see what happens there. But as far as the Cowboys battle go, this is very important. As of right now, I believe Tolbert is the number one option right now behind CeeDee Lamb, who's the clear number 1 option. But Tolbert's number 2. But we all know Michael Gallup is coming back. He had an injury last year. He missed most of the year, if not all the year last year, if I'm not mistaken. I think he played game 1 and got hurt game 1, if I'm not mistaken. But he missed most of the year. Reports are he might not come back until maybe mid-season, so he probably missed the first handful of games, maybe a little bit more. And so the battle's for really number 3 spot, because if he comes back healthy, we know what Gallup can do. So he's going to take the number 2 spot back, him and CeeDee Lamb. Then the 3rd spot is going to be up for grabs. So whoever wins the number 2 spot now will definitely, or should be, you would think, the number 3 guy as the season moves forward. And it sucks, man. Because the way the Cowboys are, their team is super deep. They have Dalton Schultz, who's looking to have will have a more of a breakout year this season. They have CeeDee Lamb, obviously. Michael Gallup is coming back, hopefully. Then you have two running backs, Elliott and Pollard. And the Cowboys system, they love to pound the ball. If it was up to them and the play scheme worked perfectly and everything was working great, they would be running the ball for the most part and doing play actions and a little throwing here and there. But they will really want to run the ball with their two pretty good running backs. I like Pollard, I like Zeke. Definitely think Zeke is on a decline the last couple, 3 years, but he's still solid. So, and also if they're not running, they both can catch the ball out of the backfield. And like I said, including Dalton Schultz, that's a lot of people that need the ball in their hands. That's already 4 people, not including Tolbert or Washington. So, as I said, as season goes on, whoever wins that third spot, whoever wins that, not necessarily slot receiver, but whoever wins the third receiver, because the Cowboys normally run 3 receiver sets. They go 4 here and there, but not really. They normally stay at 3. So, whoever gets the short end of the straw, they'll be eating early because Gallup is out, so they'll be third receiver, whoever loses. But once Gallup comes back, their fourth receiver, barring injury, will be getting very little play time, in my personal opinion. And teams more often now, they like to do rotations for everything. Linemen, receivers, running backs, all that stuff. So they'll get some more playing time than normal, but it won't be enough to really make some noise on their year for the most part. You know what I'm saying? So, and James Washington kind of need this more than Tolbert. He should be hungry on a 1-year prove-it deal. He has a lot to prove. Those Steelers years left more to be wanted from him and from the organization, because he had a couple moments, didn't always come through, and then he also, in my opinion, should have had more moments, but that happened. So I think the way it's going to turn out, Tolbert is younger. Tolbert, a pretty good prospect. So I think Tolbert will win out. And not really a prediction, but just my thoughts on it. I think Tolbert will win out. He's the more prized possession between him and Washington. And I think Tolbert is a better player. A little bit bigger, a little bit stronger, also shifty, got some speed on him as well. So it does make sense for Tolbert to start if they are close in levels, which I think they pretty are. But I think Tolbert has a slight edge in age and then just size in general. Washington, I believe, is like 5'9", 5'10". With that being the case, as I said, if that scenario happens, Tolbert gets the number 2 spot early on. Gallup comes back. Everyone moves down a spot. I think Washington's going to be the odd man out, and I'm sure he'll have some big moments. Because even though the plan for the Cowboys are to definitely try to run the ball, it never seems to work out all the way most of the time. So Dak end up throwing the ball 40 plus times, 35 plus times. So that ball will be aired out at certain moments. And with the receiver rotations that's real heavy in the NFL now, Washington will get some chances. So it's gonna be fun to see. I like the Cowboys a lot, their roster a lot. I was very big on them last year, so I think they'll be pretty solid this year. I still think, I've been saying this since last year, probably 2 years now, but especially last year, they were title contenders last year. They just fell off the face of the earth at the end of the season during the second half. I think they'll bounce right back this year and try to pick up where they left off early part of last year and try to be top contenders for the full year this year. So that's it for the video, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time.